Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. Y'all see that little heart with the $ at the bottom? That's the super chat. Show your boys some love. Y'all definitely been showing love every Friday. I truly, truly, truly appreciate that. Say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. I call Big Cat. I call Big Capiano on my man Gervonta. I calls big Cat. Gervonta Davis is not retiring after this year. If you believe that, I got a beachfront property in Idaho I can sell you. Gervonta Davis is a very erratic person. And that's part of the reason why I kind of like him, but I understand people like him because I could kind of relate to Gervonta. When you start pissing me off, I'm trolling and snapping. I don't care. Like I'll say whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. To antagonize people, I will say whatever. So Dean cannot be the pot calling a black kettle pot black kettle. I can't do it. Gervonta Davis is not retiring. I never believed it when he said it the first time last year when he said this. I did not believe that. You know why? Inflation, money to be made. Gervonta Davis just turned 30. So that means if he retires this year, he'll be retiring prior to even being 31 years old. I don't know too many boxers at his status that retire at 31 years old. I gotta see it to believe it. Gervonta is my guy, but I think that he's completely lying. And I'm going to tell you why I think Gervonta is lying. First of all, I think Gervonta Davis was late to the press conferences because he was mad about the press conferences and the things that PBC got going on because they are getting new to this Amazon deal. They had to change everything around. Showtime pulled the rug up under them. They already had things set up for years. So then when you got to switch your game plan, things change. But it's so funny how people like to talk about BBC, but don't want to talk about how Top Rank got dropped from ESPN. We gonna talk about that as well because I told y'all that Bob Arum be doing that bad business. I told y'all Bob Arum be doing that bad business. I told y'all Bob Arum be doing that bad business. Um, did y'all see the way that Gervonta Davis answered that question when the guy was in the interview, when he had a singular interview, it was just him asking the people at the press conferences questions. And they said, Gervonta, why are you talking about retiring? And the way he sucked his teeth and looked to the side, trash. Even the way he sucked his teeth, I knew he was lying then. He's just upset. That's a dismissive thing to do. What, man? Man, because it's trash. And he knew that would take over the airwaves and get people talking. I am not, listen, y'all. I know Gervonta might not be the most articulate speaker, but ain't nothing slow about the man. He know exactly what he's doing. Y'all ever notice that Gervonta Davis is not that articulate when he's being nice and you ask him a question? But when you get him mad, it seems like his words come out perfectly clear. Show up to the fight. So he ain't stuttering. He ain't I'm saying he ain't doing none of that when he mad. Y'all ever notice that about Gervonta Davis? You know what that shows me? That shows me a guy that's thinking, trying not to say the wrong things, trying to be professional, trying to give a serious answer. But when he gets upset, he be who he actually is, the person that actually don't care, ain't mincing words or none of that. I pay attention to things that y'all don't pay attention to. Just the way that he sucked his teeth and looked to the side. If you from the streets, if you from where we from, you understood that immediately what he was talking about. Man, I ain't doing that. Man, they BSing, man. I ain't, man. Yeah, I'm retiring because it's trash. He just talking. He don't mean that. A $30 million payday come across his table, he's going to take it. He got a 6-fight deal with Amazon Prime. He's only done one. Well, this is about to be two. So he said he want to fight 3 times this year coming up. He still will have 1 fight left if my math does me correctly. So I call Big Cat, and I also call Big Cat because I don't see him leaving no money on the table in his early 30s. Now, once he start getting 35, 36, I could definitely see Gervonta Davis retiring. But I don't see him retiring anytime soon. A lot of boxers say that if I had a nickel for every time a boxer said that they was going to retire, y'all got to forget Floyd Mayweather's has threatened to retire more than Gervonta Davis has. I'm old enough to remember that. Remember they was talking about Terrence Crawford was thinking about retiring? They talking about Lomachenko thinking about retiring right now. Shakur Stevenson 7 months ago was on Twitter talking about retiring. Shakur, that's why I don't like you being a hypocrite. You trying to clown the man for talking about retiring. Shakur Stevenson, you did the same exact thing because you was upset. So I'm calling big cap on Shakur as well. Shakur, don't be a hypocrite, my guy. I got a great memory. Y'all cannot get this stuff past customs, past Dean. Shakur Stevenson, you was about to retire too because you was upset about how Top Ranking them was doing business. Don't do that. I'm just saying. Yeah, Gervonta Davis, I call big cap on that. Gervonta Davis is not retiring. He says that to get people in the uproar. It's like the teenager who don't get his way and then they start acting out. They got attitude. What's wrong? My daughter do it all the time, yo. Hey, baby, what's wrong? You after I tell her to do something she don't like. What's wrong? You okay? Yes, I'm okay. No, is she not okay? I just sit up there and just look at her like, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, all right. Y'all know Dean. I was feeling like I just like, oh, all right. You think I'm about to kiss your butt? I ain't doing it. Love you, baby girl. Kiss on the forehead. Sorry. You should have did what I told you to do. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been getting smart with your mama. I don't care what you're talking about. But I know you mad. It's all good. Go ahead. You'll get over it. Gervonta Davis will get over this. This fight do well. And it's funny, people was talking about that Joseph Jackson. You be watching, we still got that bet. You said 150,000 pay-per-views is what they going to do. They're not going to do over 200K. That's what you said. We got $100 bet on that. Be honorable. Be honorable. Because I know that fight is going to do over that. I think this fight's going to do amazing. I think this fight is going to do amazing. I see it doing the same numbers as Frank Martin, if not a little bit more, to be honest. Because what people don't understand is when people see Gervonta Davis knock out Frank Martin the way he did, people can lie, people can cap, but people are entertained by Gervonta Davis. All of his haters are going to be doing live commentary about the fight. They're going to be talking about the fight. They're going to be talking about the fight after the fight. If he does a devastating knockout again, a highlight reel, people ain't trying to miss that. They can say what they want, y'all. People just be talking the way Gervonta Davis just talking. I think Gervonta Davis is unhappy that a lot of these guys aren't doing what it takes to get in the ring with him. I think that he thinks PBC maybe he can do more. I think he wants that Canelo Alvarez treatment. But what Gervonta Davis got to understand, and I understand Gervonta Davis putting the pressure on him, is Canelo Alvarez is much more. They know Canelo Alvarez don't care at this point. So they're going to try to keep him very happy because they know he just don't care. He'll fight the trash man in UK if it's with the money he wants. Gervonta Davis is not in the situation that Canelo Alvarez is not held to the same. Gervonta Davis is held to a higher standard than Canelo Alvarez. It's just the truth of the matter. Canelo Alvarez hasn't given us a fight we wanted. Even a guy, y'all talking about Berlonga's not trash. Jaime Manguilla's not trash. What about Jermell? Man, I don't want to hear none of that, dog. Y'all don't care about Edward Berlanga, Jaime Manguilla. None of them people I named is more popular than anybody Gervonta Davis has fought in his last 5 fights. Not one. Not a one. Y'all ain't made a Jaime Manguilla video since. People are more interested in what Frank Martin is going to do than they are Jaime Manguilla. People are more interested in O'Shaquie Foster and Lamont Roach at Undisputed than they are for Edward Berlanga. People are more interested in what Jermell Charlo is doing now than all of his other opponents. I'm going to just be honest. So at the end of the day, yo, I think Gervonta Davis is just upset. I think Gervonta Davis is one of those people that feels though he should be getting his way, and he should be getting his way. And now he feeling like he wasn't. This is why he's showing up to press conferences late and all of that stuff. He getting his money, but it's deeper than that. He know he gonna get his money because Amazon already dropped the bag. He's not worried about the money aspect. If anything, he said that's the one thing he does love about it. But it's everything else. I think Gervonta Davis truly understands this business of boxing. He was groomed in it. He's been around it. He know how this go. And he feel like he's going to hold his promotional company to a higher standard, especially when it comes to promoting him. Because he feel like y'all don't even got to do that much for me. So if you're not doing everything you can for me, then we going to have an issue. But I truly think, like Steven Espinoza said, they try and get things together. That we're going to be seeing a lot more better action from PBC, as you see with David Benavidez and David Morrell. They getting the ball rolling. If him and Shakur Stevenson fight this year, they tried to make the Lomachenko fight, but Lomachenko ducked him in. So it's like, what you want him to do? I think Gervonta Davis is more upset about these guys acting like they want to fight, but don't really want to fight. That's the especially the champions at the division, because they really don't have no excuse to not only want Gervonta Davis. He's your biggest money, he's your biggest credit, he's your biggest legacy. Everything else is out the window. I really don't want to hear nothing. Not from Shakur, not from Dennis Berinchek, not from Lomachenko. I don't understand their side. I don't want to understand their side. There is no side to understand, because what you're asking Dean to do, if I was Shakur Stevenson, if I was Lomachenko, if I was Dennis Berinchek, what would I do? Don't ask me that, because we probably would have already fought if I was them. I will be blowing PBC phone up. I will be harassing Gervonta Davis. I would make Gervonta Davis look so bad that he would have to fight me. I wouldn't stop. Like, it just wouldn't stop, to be honest. But that's Dean. I would do exactly what Ryan Garcia did, but that's Dean. But Ryan Garcia got what he wanted. So I'm just saying. So y'all already know what this is, man. Dean, by any means. And I holla at y'all.